Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 adults over 65 in the US struggles with memory loss, poor sleep, or heart issues every single day? And yet, something as small as 6 walnuts a day could gently shift that reality. It might sound too simple, but in the next 7 days, your body could feel warmer, your mind clearer, and your sleep deeper just by adding this tiny habit. In Japan, elders in small mountain villages often enjoy a handful of walnuts before bed with warm tea, soft light, and a quiet mind. Their secret isn't magic, it's daily choices. And today, I want to share with you the surprising science and healing power behind that. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from, and what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. If walnuts could talk, they might say, "Don't judge me by my wrinkles." And honestly, you shouldn't. They may look like tiny crumpled brains, but that's part of their charm. In fact, nature gave them that shape for a reason. And spoiler alert, your brain loves them. In many parts of Japan, walnuts aren't just snacks, they're quiet little health guardians. They're tucked into bento boxes, crushed into sauces, or simply enjoyed in the late afternoon with a cup of warm tea. No fuss, no hype, just natural goodness passed down through generations. You see, in Japanese culture, food is more than fuel. There's a deep belief in shokuiku, the art of eating with awareness, with balance, and with purpose. And walnuts fit that philosophy perfectly. Why? Because inside that wrinkly shell is a rare gift. Just 6 walnuts a day can start a chain reaction in your body. Within just a few days, you might notice something surprising. You're sleeping better. Your mind feels a little sharper. Your hands and legs may be not as stiff. Even your heart seems to beat with a bit more ease. It's not magic. It's not a miracle. It's just nature doing what it does best. And if you're watching this, maybe there's a part of you hoping for something gentle but real. A small shift, a daily choice, a way to feel a little more you again. So here's the invitation, stay with us. Because what happens after 7 days of eating just 6 walnuts might be more powerful than you think. And if you've never looked at a walnut the same way again, well, that's kind of the point. What happens in the first 7 days of eating? 6 walnuts daily. So what really happens if you eat 6 walnuts every day for 7 days? Let's go straight into it. Day 1-2. You feel fuller longer. From the first bite, something subtle starts to change. Walnuts are rich in healthy fats and protein, which means your stomach tells your brain, "I'm satisfied." You're less likely to reach for that extra cookie or late-night snack. Many people report feeling fewer cravings, especially for sugar. That's because the combination of omega-3 fats and fiber in walnuts slows down digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and keeps your energy steady. So instead of a spike and crash, your body stays in balance. Day 3-4. Circulation improves. You feel warmer. By now, your blood vessels are thanking you. Walnuts help relax blood vessels and improve circulation thanks to a plant-based compound called L-arginine. If you've been feeling cold hands or feet or stiffness in your legs, that may start to shift. This better blood flow doesn't just help your limbs, it also brings more oxygen to your brain and heart, 2 organs that age doesn't always treat kindly. Day 5-6. Sleep comes easier. Now this is where it gets interesting. Walnuts naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. For many older adults who struggle to fall or stay asleep, this is a gentle gift. You may start noticing that you're falling asleep faster, waking up less often, or feeling more refreshed in the morning. And when sleep improves, everything else starts to feel better: your energy, your mood, even your digestion. Day 7. Mental clarity, less fog. By the 7th day, something clicks. You may feel less forgetful, more focused, and emotionally more stable. The omega-3 fatty acids in walnuts are known to protect brain cells, reduce inflammation, and support long-term cognitive health. One viewer once shared that after a week of walnuts, she didn't feel as drifty during conversations. Her words came easier, her thoughts felt sharper, and she hadn't changed anything else, just 6 walnuts a day. These aren't big dramatic changes, but they're real. And most importantly, they compound over time. That's why in Japan, where long life isn't measured in years, but in the quality of each day, small things like walnuts are never underestimated. So what would happen if you kept going after 7 days? Let's talk about the deeper benefits that come when this tiny habit becomes part of your daily rhythm. Why walnuts work. The gentle science behind the benefits. So why do walnuts seem to work so quickly? Why would just 6 of them a day begin to shift how your body feels sometimes in less than a week? Let's look deeper but gently. Inside, every walnut is a rare mix of omega-3 fatty acids, plant protein, antioxidants, and natural melatonin. These compounds don't just add nutrients. They help repair calm and balanced systems in the body that often weaken with age. Let's begin with the brain. Your brain is made up of nearly 60% fat. And not just any fat, healthy essential fats like those found in walnuts. Omega-3s help build the protective layers around brain cells, reduce silent inflammation, and support clear communication between neurons. When that happens, you may notice memory sharpness, better mood stability, and fewer episodes of confusion or brain fog. It's not a miracle, it's maintenance. Gentle daily maintenance that many of us overlook. Next, the heart. Walnuts help lower bad LDL cholesterol and reduce stiffness in the arteries. This isn't just about avoiding heart attacks. It's about helping your blood flow more easily, bringing oxygen to your muscles, your brain, and even your skin. That's why some people say their hands and feet feel warmer after a few days. It's not their imagination, it's circulation improving. Then the nerves and muscles. As we age, many people feel twitching, cramping, or tingling in the legs, especially at night. This can come from inflammation, poor circulation, or nutrient deficiencies. Walnuts provide magnesium, potassium, and anti-inflammatory compounds that quietly support the nerves and relax the muscles. Think of it as softening the edges of your discomfort. And of course, sleep. Melatonin in walnuts acts like a tiny whisper to your brain. It's time to rest. Paired with healthy fats and calming minerals, it helps you wind down naturally. That's why in some parts of Japan, walnuts are enjoyed in the evening, often paired with warm miso soup or tea. In traditional Japanese health philosophy, there's a saying, "Karada wa tabemono no kagami." It means, the body is a mirror of what you eat. When you choose foods like walnuts, simple, whole, and nourishing, you're not just feeding hunger. You're creating a ripple effect that touches your memory, your heart, your joints, and your sleep. And here's the best part. You don't need to do everything. You just need to begin. So let's keep going. In the next part, we'll look at 6 long-term benefits of eating walnuts, benefits that grow stronger with time and could gently change how you age one day at a time. The 6 key long-term benefits of eating. 6. Walnuts daily. Imagine this. It's been a few weeks now. Every evening just before dinner, or maybe with your tea, you've reached for 6 small walnuts. The habit feels natural now. No counting, no effort, just a quiet ritual. And slowly, gently, your body begins to change in deeper ways. You start to remember little things more easily. Names, dates, why you walked into that room in the first place. It's not perfect, but it's clearer. That's because walnuts are one of the richest plant-based sources of ALA, a type of omega-3 that helps protect the brain from cognitive decline. Studies show that regular walnut intake may delay or reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. In Japan, elders often eat walnuts during ocha time tea time while doing simple memory games or puzzles, not just for enjoyment, but as gentle brain training. Your sleep becomes deeper and more consistent. You fall asleep without the tossing. Wake up with fewer interruptions. This is thanks to not just melatonin, but also the way walnuts stabilize blood sugar and reduce nighttime cortisol, the stress hormone. In Japanese wellness, there's a tradition of winding down the day slowly with calming food. Walnuts often appear in evening miso dishes or warm grain bowls, giving the body signals that it's safe to rest. Your joints move with less stiffness. Maybe you notice it while getting out of bed, or after sitting a while, less creaking, less resistance. Walnuts are loaded with polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that help ease inflammation throughout the body. For elders who garden or walk daily, even a small reduction in inflammation can feel like a gift. In Okinawa, many centenarians still squat, stretch, and walk daily, often crediting their mobility to both movement and anti-inflammatory diets. Your heart feels steadier. Your blood pressure may stabilize. Your doctor might even smile at your next cholesterol check. Walnuts have been shown to lower LDL cholesterol and improve endothelial function. That's how well your blood vessels expand and contract. A healthy endothelium means better blood flow, lower blood pressure, and less strain on the heart. In Japan, this is one reason walnuts are often paired with seaweed tofu and green tea foods known to protect the heart. You stop dreading nighttime cramps, those sudden jolts in your legs. They come less often or stop entirely. That's because walnuts provide magnesium and potassium, two minerals that play key roles in relaxing muscles and supporting nerve health. One Japanese folk practice involves massaging the legs after eating warming foods like walnuts or sesame, combining nourishment with touch for deeper healing. You feel emotionally steadier, less anxious, less irritable, more grounded. Omega-3s aren't just for your heart and brain, they also support emotional regulation. In fact, some studies suggest that low omega-3 intake is linked to mood swings and depression, especially in older adults. That's why in many Japanese elder homes, you'll find walnuts offered alongside warm drinks during quiet, reflective moments. These aren't dramatic changes. You won't wake up a different person. But the shifts are real. They come from consistency, not intensity, from caring for yourself gently, not urgently. In Japanese culture, there's a quiet saying, "Chisai koto kara hajime nasai." It means, begin with something small. That's what 6 walnuts a day is, a beginning. So if you've ever felt like your health is slipping, that energy is fading, or that aging is a slow letting go, what if you tried holding on to something instead? Something small, something simple, like 6 walnuts, once a day. How to eat walnuts the right way. Now that we know what walnuts can do, let's talk about how to eat them the right way. Because yes, even something as simple as 6 walnuts a day has its own rhythm. First, the number why 6. It's enough to give you the full benefit omega-3's fiber melatonin without overloading on calories or fat. 1 ounce or about 6 walnut halves is the sweet spot. More isn't better here. In fact, eating too many can lead to digestive issues like bloating or even mild diarrhea, especially if your stomach is sensitive. When should you eat them? Evening is ideal. In Japan, elders often enjoy walnuts in the late afternoon or early evening when the body begins to slow down. This timing helps support melatonin release for sleep and balances your energy going into the night. Think of it as a gentle way to tell your body we're winding down. How should you eat them? Not straight from the plastic bag if you can help it. Try this lightly. Toast them in a dry pan for a few minutes, just enough to bring out their warm, nutty aroma. You can also soak them in water overnight to soften the texture and reduce any natural bitterness. Some Japanese homes even grind walnuts into a paste to mix with miso or drizzle over steamed vegetables. The point isn't perfection, it's presence. Taking a moment, feeling the warmth, chewing slowly, making this a tiny ritual of care, not just another snack. If you enjoy tea in the evenings, pair your walnuts with mujicha barley tea or low-caffeine green tea. Both are common in Japanese households and help with digestion and hydration. And a quick word of caution. If you have a tree nut allergy, walnuts are off limits. Also, if you take blood thinners or have digestive conditions, speak with your doctor first. Though natural walnuts are potent and your body deserves thoughtful care. In Japanese tradition, there's a phrase tabemono wa kusuri. It means food is medicine, but only if you eat it the right way. And the right way is never rushed, so go slow. Choose your 6 walnuts. Toast them, soak them, or savor them raw. Add them to your evening with intention, and let this simple practice bring calm nourishment and quiet strength into your life. By now you might be wondering if walnuts are so powerful. What about other nuts? Are they really that different? It's a great question, and the answer is yes and no. Let's start with the basics. Most nuts, almonds, cashews, pistachios, hazelnuts are packed with healthy fats, fiber, protein, and antioxidants. They're all good for your heart. They all help with blood sugar. They all can support aging bodies in gentle ways. But walnuts carry something the others don't. They're the only tree nut with a significant amount of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. That's the magic ingredient for brain function, emotional balance, and reducing inflammation in ways most nuts simply can't match. Walnuts. Walnuts may look wrinkled and odd, but they are powerhouses of gentle nutrition. They're the only tree nut that contains a rich amount of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids ALA, which are essential for brain and heart health. That's what makes walnuts so unique, especially for older adults. Strengths. Walnuts support brain function, emotional balance, and sleep. They contain natural melatonin, helping regulate your sleep-wake cycle. They also provide polyphenols that reduce inflammation in joints and arteries. Many people notice clearer thinking, better sleep, and reduced stiffness after just a few days of consistent walnut intake. Weaknesses. Walnuts are calorie-dense. Eating too many can lead to digestive issues or weight gain if not portioned properly. Their slightly bitter skin and firmer texture may also be less appealing to some, especially if not toasted or soaked. They also contain less protein compared to almonds or pistachios, so they're not as filling. Conclusion. Walnuts are best for those focused on brain, heart, and joint health. A small daily dose goes a long way. Think of them as a healing food, not a snack to munch by the handful. Almonds. Almonds are familiar, crunchy, and easy to love. They're high in protein, fiber, vitamin E, and magnesium nutrients that support muscle function, blood sugar stability, and strong bones. Strengths. Almonds are especially helpful for managing hunger. Their high fiber content helps you feel full, while their vitamin E acts as a powerful antioxidant for skin and immune health. They're also easy to incorporate into meals or enjoy as a quick snack. Weaknesses. Despite all these benefits, almonds lack omega-3s. If you're looking to support memory, mood, or sleep quality, almonds alone won't offer the same effect as walnuts. They can also be harder to digest for some people, especially when eaten raw. Conclusion: almonds are great for feeling full and supporting bone and skin health, but they're not the best if your goal is cognitive support or reducing inflammation. They pair well with walnuts for a more complete nutritional profile. Pistachios. Pistachios are flavorful and fun to eat, especially in their shells. They offer a solid balance of protein, fiber, potassium, and vitamin B6, making them ideal for energy, nerve health, and stable mood. Strengths. Pistachios are one of the lower-calorie nuts, yet still packed with nutrition. Their potassium content supports heart rhythm and blood pressure. Vitamin B6 helps with brain function and emotional balance. And having to crack them open slows down your eating, helping with portion control. Weaknesses. They contain only trace amounts of omega-3, so they don't offer the deep brain or anti-inflammatory support that walnuts do. Also, many pre-packaged pistachios are roasted with salt, which can raise sodium levels, especially concerning for people with high blood pressure. Conclusion: pistachios are wonderful for snacking smart and supporting overall energy and mood, but they're not ideal for cognitive or sleep-specific goals. They're best enjoyed as part of a rotation rather than the star of your daily routine. A gentle guide to making walnuts. A daily habit. Starting a new habit doesn't have to feel like a chore, especially when it's as simple and enjoyable as eating 6 walnuts a day. But as with anything, how you do it matters just as much as what you do. The first step: make it visible. Keep a small jar of walnuts on your kitchen counter or next to your teacups. When something is in sight, it becomes part of your rhythm. No need to set reminders. Let your eyes and your body guide you. Next, pair it with an existing habit. Do you enjoy a cup of tea in the afternoon or evening? That's your moment. 6 walnuts slowly chewed alongside your favorite warm drink. In Japan, this kind of pairing is called oyatsu, a gentle snack that marks a transition in your day. You could also enjoy them after your short walk before reading, or even as part of a simple dinner. The key is consistency, not perfection. Want to enhance the experience? Lightly toast the walnuts in a pan for 2 to 3 minutes. This releases their natural oils and gives them a richer, softer flavor. Or soak them overnight to make them easier to digest. In Japanese homes, this soaking practice is often used to wake up the walnut, bringing it closer to nature's original state. If you have dentures or sensitive teeth, you can chop or crush them into warm oatmeal, sprinkle over steamed vegetables, or even blend into a nutty miso sauce. And remember, 6 is enough. More isn't always better. It's about the power of a small, thoughtful habit done every day. So instead of trying to change everything at once, start with this one thing. 6 walnuts. 1 moment of calm. 1 quiet act of care. Over time, you'll feel the difference not just in your body, but in the way you show up for yourself. Sometimes the smallest choices become the most powerful. 6 walnuts a day. 1 quiet habit. 1 week to begin noticing. And perhaps a lifetime to keep going. In a world full of noise and quick fixes, returning to something natural, simple, and slow can feel like coming home. And that's what walnuts offer: a return to balance, to better sleep, steadier thoughts, calmer emotions, and a body that moves with more ease. If you've made it this far, thank you. Truly. You've taken the time to learn, to reflect, and maybe even to change something in your day. We hope you try this, and if you do, we'd love to hear what you notice. Share your experience in the comments. We read everyone. And remember, you don't have to do everything. Just begin with something small. Please note, health-related information on YouTube is not one-size-fits-all and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult your doctor or healthcare provider before making changes to your diet or routine, especially if you have existing conditions or take medication. If you think you may be experiencing a medical emergency, please contact emergency services immediately.